Hello everybody, this is Jorge from Mexicali Fish Room. Hey, today I guess I've got a unboxing of sorts. Here's the deal with this. I was reached by I guess, I don't know what to call it, a new company. I guess they're trying to do some market research for a company that's thinking about getting into the business of selling fish supplies, stuff like fish foods and you know, the basic stuff, I guess, for fish rooms is kind of what they're kind of tailoring their business to. They want to provide products for people that have multiple fish tanks, you know, fish rooms like mine and some of the other people in the community that would be interested in finding a place to be able to source supplies, because when you have a lot of aquariums, sometimes you require a lot of equipment, and the idea is to try to help you in cost. As far as what I understand from them, right now they send me to try out some food products. They send me some samples. They want my opinion back on them, see what I think, and I guess what they're trying to do is you know, for lack of a better term, is kind of like wholesale, but not necessarily wholesale. They're still trying to figure out exactly what the target area is going to be. From what I understand, they have the ability to buy in bulk, but they're not necessarily repackaging under a label. They're just kind of assuming they're able to buy in bulk and but get the food at a cheaper rate than if you or I were to buy, let's say, a pound at a time, and then they'll repackage it. But I don't know. They're still trying to question whether they can relabel or not. Like I said, they're all in their infancy stage with this business. But the idea is to be able to provide food that is good quality food at a reduced cost. That's what I want to say. And so that's what I have here. I've already kind of opened the package because I didn't know exactly what was in there as far as proprietary reasons. You know, I didn't know if they had information and stuff like that, because like I said, this is like they're doing their research and development right now, and I was fortunate enough to be one of the people that they chose to test their products. So let me show you what's in this bag, and we'll kind of go through the food that's in there. Well, as you can see, it's just your typical, you know, package that came in here. It was sealed up, and I just opened it. Now, again, this is what they're doing is they're buying the food wholesale, and then they're kind of repackaging. So in here, what we have are some cichlid. What is going on with my speech today? Cichlid flakes. I believe these are supposed to be high in krill, and at least that's what I was explained. So I think they're I want to say, I think it's kind of designed for angelfish in mind or something like that, but nonetheless, this is what it's called. It's cichlid flakes. Obviously they're going to be very just, you know, general description, because they're still working on, and it looks like I got 2 of those bags. So I believe each one of these is about half a pound. So I've got a pound of that. Let's see what else is in here. Some algae wafers. And you know what? Just at first glance at this, it's interesting because it kind of looks similar to another, I guess, a wholesale food provider that's out there. They must all source from the same place. So we'll see how those work out. And in my past experience, for some reason, algae wafers is the one food that seems to be a hit or miss. And we'll see what happens with these. I'll tell you who really likes them. You see this guy right here? That's his favorite snack. Huh, Toby? You love the wafers, huh? I usually end up feeding them to him, because he'll come and sit and he thinks they're treats. Let's see, over here we have some color enhancement high protein sinking pellets, 3 millimeter. Uh, and I'll see if I can find an ingredient list for this. I'll reach out to the company that sent it out to me to see if they have the breakdown of what's in here as far as protein content, fat, all the the stuff that you usually get on packaging. For example, on here, Dr. Basileir, which is one of the ones that I use. Yeah, they kind of give you a little bit of a breakdown as to what's in there, but I've seen it where it's a little bit. Let me see. I think I have a more generic. Here we go. Does this one have the percentages? I don't know. I guess this is too generic. Oh yeah, here you go. This is the information that I'll try to get. It's kind of like the crude protein, the fat, the general stuff you normally will find in the most of the packaging. So I guess these are all like half-pound bags, half-pound or a pound. I'm not sure. Over here is another one. This seems to be a little bit darker. This is called the High Protein Crisp. This is interesting. Or chips. Okay, we'll see. I think this one is going to be perfect for a lot of my a lot of the fish room. As you guys know, I have a lot of live bears and tetras, so they tend to have a smaller mouth. The 3mm is going to be perfect for the Severum that I have, and maybe the full-grown angelfish. So this is a color enhancement, high protein sinking pellet, which is good because then I can get this down to the quarries. Here's what's going to be interesting. I'll probably end up mixing like with the floating and the. Make sure, yep, bag's empty. And this is a spirulina. Oh, okay. This is an alternative to the wafers. And let's see. This might. Okay, going back to the wafers. I'm not saying that this is the same issue with this, but the ones that I tried out before, and I don't mean to talk bad about them because I really do love their products, but the one product I would never buy from them are the algae wafers, and that's from Ken's Food. I did not have a very good experience with their wafers because they would fall apart the minute they fell in there, and all I did was literally fell up the water. So we'll see how it goes with this, but I think this is another take on that, and these usually do a little bit better because they'll sink, and because they're kind of like in a pellet form, they don't disintegrate as quick, and it allows the fish to gnaw on them. Look at this guy. He thinks there's wafers in there. Toby, you want a wafer? Hold on. Let me try to open these one-handed. Let's see if it's Toby approved. Toby. All right, Toby, sit. What do you think? Are they good? No? All right, buddy. Go. So we'll see. Like I said, it's the only one, and I'm not a brand pusher by no means, but the only ones that I really have had some good success with are these right here. These Northfin wafers have really been a good source. Yeah, I got these from KGE. He sent them to me in a sample kit, and I have been very impressed. They're a little bit smaller. I should have thought this out ahead of time. Let me pause this so I can open up the bag. Okay, so here's the comparison. This is the one that's from Northfin. Oops. Oh, that's a Scooby snack. It was all over that. And this is the one from shit. Let me get another one. I'm not gonna be able to compare anything. But you like the Northfin better? Yeah, they're not snacks. I know you like them. Okay, so this is the Northfin, and this is the product that they sent me there. These are a little bit bigger, but just in looking at the consistency, these seem to be a little bit more compact. And these, I don't know. I'll have to try one out right now. As we speak. Matter of fact, this is the only one that I usually have some concern with. But oh great, I fell somewhere in there. And so we'll see what happens. This is my Pleco grow out tank. I have that one and I have this one over here. That I made the mistake of putting two Pleco fry in there, not being sexed out or anything like that, and they've got fry everywhere. So, all right, so that's what this is. I'm gonna go ahead and give these foods a try. My personal experience, a lot of these got shit everywhere because I wasn't filming today. All this stuff usually fares pretty well. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't really even recall well, no, I don't think I've ever had per se a really bad food that the fish won't eat that comes to mind. What kind of might attract me to them could be the pricing, because at the end of the day, all the foods are very similar. They're so competitive, the food industry, that they've had to really compete against each other and trying to create a better product to try to stay relevant. So, but if you can get this at a pretty good price, especially if you got a fish room and you're trying to feed a lot of fish, at the end of the day, what you're looking for is a decent food that's not going to break the bank, and hopefully that's what we get with this product. Once I guess they make an evaluation determination whether they're going to go in business or what they can do in business, or they let me know that I can release more information, I'll do that. But in the meantime, we're going to give this a test and see how it goes. So I don't know. What I'll do is I'll feed this for about a week and I'll do a follow-up video on it. Quite honestly, it's not like you can do a real in-depth review of a product because there's no necessarily testing that happens. I guess the test is going to be whether the fish eat it or not. At the end of the day, that's all you're trying to figure out. I think a week is probably too short of a time to see like a drastic change in coloration or any of that stuff. At the end of the day, what you're really trying to do is just provide food for your fish. It's nice that you have different types of food you can be giving out. The cichlid flakes, I'm really interested because I can grind those up to a fine powder, and I do have some angelfish fry that I'm trying to grow out in here, and I'll see how these guys take to that food. I'll go ahead and I have a little coffee grinder that I've been using. I'll make that into a powder, and we'll see how that takes. And I've done the live food with those guys for the most part. Right now, I'm feeding them vinegar eels, and unfortunately, my micro worm culture crashed. So I'm gonna start trying to get these as soon as they get out of the micro eels. Micro eels. What am I talking? I'm telling you, it's a rough morning today. The vinegar eels. Once they start getting a little bit too big for that, I'll put them on brine shrimp, and then past the brine shrimp, I think I'm just going to start putting them on some type of flake and see how that goes out. Especially because these angelfish, man, they won't quit. I've already got one back here. They had just recently had put a bunch of eggs in there about 2 or 3 days ago. I didn't pull it because I don't have. I'm not really trying to go full blown angelfish breeder. I still have these back there that I need to take to the store, and I haven't done. So I said I'll leave them in there. If the parents figure out how to raise them, that's great. If they don't, then that's nature. And so I wasn't too worried about it. They were doing good, except they fungused up, which is crazy because I found out that if I put them in a separate tank, in a different container, with a little bit of methylene blue, I'm having a lot more success than what these guys are having in their aquarium. So that's just it. I wanted to share that with you guys. In about a week, I'll try to do a review, an assessment. I wouldn't say a review, just an assessment on how well the fish took to it or not. Currently, I'm feeding Dr. Basilier. I am feeding Northfin, and I think I still have a little bit left over of Ken's food. So maybe I'll try all 3 different types of foods and see Well, no, I think I'll feed this just for a week, and then eventually I'll go alternate and see how they react to each one of them. See if there's really a big difference. But like I said, in my honest opinion, I know Salem Aquatics was the one that turned me on to this food, which is out of Walmart. And I was in a pinch because I didn't have anything that was a big granule enough to be able to feed that Severum that was down there. Because most of my fish take 0.5, maybe ones, and I ran out of the bigger pellets that I had, which were the 2mm pellets. And so I had to go grab something that was a little bit bigger than what I had to be able to feed that Severum that's back in there. Although he's eating all the, well, he's not even eating them, he's just tearing them out. He's being a butthole, but I should have known that. But anyways, that's a whole different that's a whole different thing. Either way, thank you, and I'll give you guys some feedback, and then as soon as I get more information on the company as to who it is, what they're doing, and stuff like that, I'll let you guys know. As of right now, they're just kind of in research and development, I guess, and they're trying to, they do have a target group that they're trying to reach, which is people with multiple tanks. So that's, and prices that'll make sense when you have a fish room and you're trying to feed several fish. But with that, thank you. This is Jorge from Mexicali, and I'll see you guys soon.